Fortunately, the footage of me cutting this miter, I buried next to Jimmy Hoffa. So just take my word for it. I cut a 45-degree angle on the side of this board. So one thing that was important to the customer on this mantle and another one that I built for him was the idea of grain wrap. When you're going to do a grain wrap, you have to be really specific when you cut these miters. If you do, you're basically, your board's ruined for this project. So you really need to dial these in, take your time, double, triple check, and cut everything right the first time. So now when I cut these miters, which are going to be 30 degrees, and this is 5-inch tall stock, I'm going to use the most accurate tool I have in my entire shop for cutting miters, which is the miter saw. And that might surprise some people, even though it's in the name. You can 100% cut perfect miters on a miter saw, just as well, if not better, in a lot of cases better, than on a table saw. Now, as you can see here, because I'm cutting this like baseboard up against the fence rather than flat on the table of the saw and using the bevel function, I'm able to get a really square cut, and I can do that consistently. But if you can get this down, you can actually make super accurate cuts over and over and over again. One thing that's really important here is that you have to have a quality miter saw. And accuracy is the most important when it comes to this tool. If you don't have an accurate miter saw, it's worthless. You need a really solid, accurate miter saw. But as you can see here coming up, that the miter saw did an absolutely perfect job on this. So here you can go ahead and see this grain wrap and how these miters come together. These are literally just sitting on my workbench, and you couldn't get any better if you tried. You really get a chance here to see how well that grain wrap actually comes together. At a certain point, it's like that line just disappears. It's just like one solid piece of wood that you bent rather than you cut.